You have permission. I'm Dr. Lindsay Ogle, board certified family medicine and obesity medicine physician, and I am here to share an important message with all of you. You are the authority on what is best for you. You are the only person that has been with you your entire life. You know what feels right and what feels wrong in your body. It is okay and recommended to get advice from other people. But ultimately, you are the one that should be making a decision about what is best for you. This is a little bit different type of video than I normally do. But I have had so many patients recently come to me and say that they changed their course of plan for their medical care because somebody else told them that what they were doing was not the best approach. And so they listened to them, and then things did not go as planned. They took a few steps back from the progress that they had initially made on their initial plan that was working for them, all because somebody else thought it was the wrong plan for them. Examples of this have occurred most commonly in my work treating patients with opioid use disorder as well as obesity. I see striking parallels in these patient populations, and I think it's because of several reasons. One, there is a lot of bias in both of these populations, and it's unfortunate and unwarranted. Hopefully and thankfully, things are getting better on that front, but it's still prevalent. For both opioid use disorder and obesity, many people believe that it is a fault of character, poor morality, lack of self-discipline, poor self-worth. That is not the case. Science and medicine have proven that these are biological, chronic medical conditions and should be treated as such. Management for both opioid use disorder and obesity should be long-term because these are chronic conditions. And they truly are best managed with a team approach with a physician, potentially a dietitian or a therapist. Sometimes group support can be helpful. What is not helpful is when somebody in that care plan shares their opinion of what is right or wrong for somebody. My philosophy as a physician is to be a health consultant for my patients. I can help diagnose a medical condition, I can make recommendations and give treatment options, but ultimately it is up to that patient to decide what is best for them, because they are the ones that are going to be living with that treatment plan long term. They are the ones who know day in and day out what they can and cannot do, or what they want to do, what they're able to do at this point in time in their life. It is heartbreaking when I have patients come to me and they have been doing very well on their treatment, but because somebody else was telling them that they were cheating by using a medication and that it's trading one drug for the other, or it's taking the easy way out, so they feel bad about themselves and then they stop that treatment plan and then they go back to where they were before. It makes sense. They ended the treatment plan. It is okay for you to take that advice that somebody else is giving you, which you may or may not have asked for. You can say thank you. That's been noted. You don't have to say thank you. But what you ultimately and most importantly do not have to do is you do not have to make any changes that somebody else wants you to make. You decide what is best for you, because you know what your body, your mind, and your soul need. Like I said, I will never push you one way or the other. I can make my recommendation. Sometimes I'll make a strong recommendation, but ultimately it is your choice. And that is how your doctor, health professional, family member, and friends should approach as well. But they don't. And so I'm giving you permission to ignore any recommendation that does not sit well with you, that you have tried and do not tolerate, or you have tried and is ineffective. You can ignore anybody who's telling you to change whatever you are doing, especially if what you are doing is improving your health and improving your life. You are the one who is living your life day in and day out, and you have authority over that. I kind of went on a little soapbox there, but I hope it resonates because this is something I feel very strongly about. Another reason why I think that I see this parallel between opioid use disorder and obesity is that up until relatively recently, we have not had effective treatments for these chronic conditions. And so it used to be that people did have to toughen it out and grind their teeth and resist and make their changes that way. And some people were effective with that, and they did make changes and did improve their health, but the majority of people did not. And it's important to note that those people who were able to make changes for whatever reason, they are now the ones that are looking down on the younger generations who are going through what they went through, and they feel as though they need to go through that tough work just like they did to get to those results. But we don't have that philosophy anywhere else in our modern life. When we have new technology like cell phones or planes and cars and computers and Wi-Fi, we use them. Everybody uses them. It's not that we say, oh, you're taking the easy way out by sending a text message rather than sending a letter in the mail. Or you should get on your bike and see your friend in another state rather than getting in your car or getting on a plane. We welcome new technology everywhere in our lives. We should do it in medicine as well. It only makes sense, especially when we know that these treatments are safe and effective. We now have extremely safe and effective medication options for opioid use disorder and obesity. For opioid use disorder, the medication that I use is buprenorphine. This is extremely safe, essentially impossible to overdose on unless you're brand new to opioids, never used them before, or if you're combining them with other sedative medications or drugs. And for obesity, really the GLP-1 agonists, brand names are Wegovy, Ozempic, Mounjaro, and Zepbound. They are extremely well tolerated, extremely effective, and now have proven benefits such as decreasing cardiovascular disease, improving kidney function, and I think we're going to later on see improved mortality. There's evidence that they are improving fatty liver disease, reversing fatty liver disease when this is a condition we haven't had medications for in the past. We should be using these medications, and it is okay to use these medications if you want to use them to treat your conditions. You are not a failure if you are using these tools with the guidance of your healthcare professional. And there is no time limit on when you should stop using these medications. If they are working well for you and you're tolerating them and they are determined to be safe by you and your healthcare professional, you can use them indefinitely. I give you that permission. Do not let anybody tell you that you need to stop the medication because you're doing it wrong. You are not doing it wrong. You are being smart. You're taking control of your health and your well-being and your life. You are the authority on what is best for you. I would love to hear your thoughts. Please comment below. Please share with other people. I think this message really needs to be shared and be commonplace because, again, I see too many people be pushed away from effective treatment that really has the possibility to improve and save their lives. And it's unnecessary and unwarranted, and I want to put an end to it. Thank you for listening. Again, this is a very different video than I normally post, but I needed to get this off of my chest and share my thoughts with you. So thank you for listening, and have a great day, and I will share my thoughts with you next week.